fly just as high. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading
This is
Rainbow.
what we do here on the Two Dads One Mic podcast.
I can go anywhere. Man,
Get that
I'm
falsetto.
jamming.
You are having a
Jamming
good
right
time. See
now.
that second wind's coming real quick.
It's coming.
All
Let's
right.
be ready, you bald assholes.
Well, this bald asshole right here. Uh, pause. Welcome into the Two Dads One Mic podcast. My name's Taylor. This is Mike.
What's up?
And we are back again from that awesome segment that we just had with Cole the last episode.
Oh, it's so good. That was so fun.
Really good conversation.
Recording that, yeah.
If you did not watch or listen to the last episode, please go visit ColeKleesner.com and see some bomb ass art.
He's I'm gonna say it again. He's a freak.
When you said that, I'm like, you just paused. Like, just don't
Yeah,
don't say anything
no,
else. Just be like,
that's
Cole,
it.
you're a freak.
And hard stop.
Yes, correct.
Period. That's it.
Right, exactly.
No, that was a lot of fun. He might not realize how often he's going to be on the podcast.
He could
But we're
definitely
gonna
be a
have him back.
fill-in or a third party candidate to this. So
Absolutely.
I'm down for that. So as always, we start the night off with the drink of the show. Mike, what do we have this evening?
Do-do-do-do. We have
Yingling.
Yingling. So it is finally offered in Wisconsin.
Yes, it is.
After 10,000 years of it not being offered in Wisconsin. We
They're
were like reverse spotted cow.
they're in the Dells. Is this correct?
Huh?
The Yingling. Are they building? Aren't they? I thought they were building a facility in the Dells or something
Ooh,
like that.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
It would-
I'd have
it
to
would
look
make
at it again,
sense.
but I could be wrong.
No, but they're the oldest privately owned, continual running brewery
Yeah.
in the world.
Yep.
Has great beer. It's one of those you could only get it like into Indiana. Like that's as
Just
far
like the
as they
Chicago
ship.
Bears.
Yep. Bitches. So yeah, we have a traditional lager. I only reference it as Yingling.
Yes.
So I don't know if I don't know if they have other beers. I've never looked at it. This is what I've always had when I've had a
It's the
Yingling.
same thing every
It's
time
a traditional lager.
for me. Right.
I know what it is. I know what it tastes like, and I can't wait.
Yep. All right. Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's yummy.
That's the stuff, hostess. Anyways, so
Hit us up.
topic of tonight's show is we want to talk about, and I know it's a very touchy subject amongst the parenting world. We want to talk about gentle parenting, and specifically, we want to talk about old versus new, and how gentle parenting kind of relates to all of it, and what's a good mix, and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, I think we did a similar type of comparison model in an episode we recorded about
Yep.
marriage.
Yep.
And we compared what marriage was back in the day, what it was for our grandparents,
Yep.
our parents, what it is now, how that's changed, how we interpret it, all that stuff. And we've touched on gentle parenting before, in earlier episodes.
We have, and we haven't. We just never really got around to doing that particular
No.
episode until today.
Yeah, so we want to kind of take the time, give our 2 cents on
A 2/10,
our 2 cents
just like
on,
Mike. Just like Mike.
but like I also want people to understand, uh, there isn't only one right way to parent.
That's correct.
Right.
100%.
What our views, what we do, might not work for you, your child.
Yep. What works for me doesn't work for you.
Right. So everything's a little different, and I think that's one of the biggest things we need to keep in mind is like we might talk about what works for us or what our viewpoints are, and they might be different.
Yep.
And that's okay.
100%.
And we're not saying that this is the only way or that we're like I'm not going to condemn someone who does stuff a little differently.
No.
You know?
No.
Unless you're whooping ass, then I might condemn.
Whooping that ass.
I might condemn that, but again, you know, that's what to me that's what parenting used to be, and I'm not saying that was because that was my physical experience. My experience as being parented was more on the the gentler side, right? I don't think I ever really got spanked except when like I would get mad and like try to hit my dad or something like that. And then he would hit me back however hard I hit him. Like if I hit him on the leg, he'd hit me on the leg. Like he would just do what I did to him back.
To show,
Right.
like, hey,
Right. And it was never like, oh, come here, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Get over here, like,
give me that fucking belt
yeah,
now.
right. Like it was never that, which I'm thankful for. Um, but so like my experience is that. But let's start at the back in the day,
Sure.
right? Like, what do you picture when someone says parenting back in the day?
So to me, I feel like when you talk about, and this is more like I would say like our parents being parented, right?
Yeah.
And so like I feel even before then, I feel like there was probably a lot of ass whoopings. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there was
Yep.
probably belts and hands and other things that parents would use as a form of discipline. Now, like when you talk about school, right? Like there was the nunnery, and there was
Hmm.
just parents or teachers in general that would have paddles.
Can we just talk about how seemingly the nuns were the most abusive
Yeah, 100%.
group of teachers and authoritarians?
Now this is old school nuns. We're talking like very old school, not modern day nuns, right? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't feel like the nunnery is that's like not as a popular thing as it used to be.
Is nunnery a word?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm making it up. I mean, maybe it could be. Actually, I'm gonna look it up. Keep talking.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that is not the term for it. Um, uh, but no, I would be surprised if we we still had that type of discipline in almost any form of like regular education.
A nunnery is a building or complex, often called a convent or monastery,
Hmm.
where a community of nuns lives together under religious vows.
No shit.
You're welcome. I'll be here all night.
No, not all night because I'm tired as shit.
Amen. But no, so I mean, yeah, so like you are right. Like nuns back in the day were very abusive, essentially. And
Yeah.
that shit definitely would not fly in today's society. I feel like when we'll get into the modern day parenting here in a little bit, but I feel like kids back then were scared shitless, right? And I think that to me, it's one of those where that was acceptable back yonder. And so I feel like parenting in general, not the nut that because nuns aren't parents, but like I feel like just the parenting side of that also was a relatable situation.
Okay, what did you say about nuns being parents?
They're not parents.
Well, yeah.
You're right.
I thought that for a second. I thought there was question in
Oh
that.
no
Like
no no
it's
no
like, well, there's
no
not much
sorry
question in there.
no there's no yeah no
They
question
are not parents.
just a statement. But yeah, so I think like the parenting side of that too back yonder is probably a similar aspect
Hmm.
of how they would discipline a kid.
And I
Not
think
all, but some.
so. Was that? Do we think we've improved? Like, is what we do today, is that better than what happened back then? And I'm asking the question for the point of discussion.
Is that a pisser pot? Or is
That's a pitcher pot. Close enough too.
Oh my god!
That's close enough
All
too.
right, cheers to
I'll
that.
take that.
To answer your question, no, I don't think that we've improved enough as a society, parental society, because I think that there are a lot of kids that, and we'll get into this because I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time now, but there's a lot of parents that allow their children to be dicks and they're without repercussions of being that, right? Like I've always told my children, you're never going to leave this house and disrespect an adult
Yep.
at school. Never. It's never going to happen. And if
Hmm.
you do that, this is what's going to happen instead. Like I will drag you and your little behind to the school, and we will apologize, and we will write a letter,
Yep. Yep.
and whatever else I decide for between then and there.
Yeah. I have a thought,
Sure.
and it came from watching a clip. As we kind of discussed
Yep.
this beforehand, all of a sudden I started getting fed clips of not necessarily parenting, but more theories of how to be an adult, in the mindset of a parent, right? And I almost I asked the question of did we is what we're doing we is like kind of general society, right? Are we doing better than what it was back in the day, what which was you do what I say, you don't talk back, or I'm gonna beat your ass, right?
And yes, we have improved most likely as a
Right.
society.
But hear me out. Have we just gone too far? Right? Like on the continuum, over on the left side is whooping ass. The switch, all that stuff,
Yep.
like the belt, the paddle, all that stuff over here. And then we have what we constitute as gentle parenting today, which to me, I constitute the gentle parenting as the overboard. You do whatever you want, and like whatever makes you happy, you do. Like kids still need structure. I think the gentle parenting has gone too far, right? We need something in the middle
Yes.
where we're not abusing and traumatizing kids.
I feel like what we do, you and I'm going to put you in this conversation because
Oh, damn.
because we both
Group
see
me in with you.
we
Hey.
both see it enough from each other's sides where it's like, okay, like somebody's getting yelled at, correct?
Mhm.
But what led up to the yell, right? And that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. And
Yeah.
that's when you talk about the middle, and I think that's a great point, where it's like you're not whooping somebody's ass. That's not going to happen.
Yep.
But what you're doing is you're trying to give them an ample opportunity to correct the error or
Mhm.
mistake that they are currently making. So, like, for example, if they aren't listening, right,
Mhm.
and you ask them to pick something up from the ground and they don't do it, and you've given them 3 times, right?
Yep.
Should not take 3 times, right? But again, they're kids
Yep.
and
Yep.
their attention span is like a gerbil,
Yeah. It's true.
you know?
It's very true.
But when you get to that fourth time, okay, now I'm going to raise my voice
Yeah.
to a point where if you're still not going to listen, then I'm going to get louder every time you
Mhm.
don't hear me. Because it shouldn't have to be that, but that's what sometimes it takes to get the kids to pay attention to certain things. Now, that's not all the time, right? Like you may
No.
be like 2 times in, hey, pick this up. They don't do it, pick it up, they do it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah.
But there's days, and a lot of parents who potentially see this or listen to this can understand where it's like, okay, I'm going to lose my ever forsaken mind if this kid does not listen to me the fifth time that I've asked them to do something. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, and part of the expectation that is put on us as parents is to, when we're talking about gentle parenting,
Yep.
is operating void of taking into account our state of mind,
Yeah.
our frustration for the day, our patience
Right.
tolerance, our how quick our fuse is that day or that moment, based on what we've had going on today, other stressors that we have, right? So, well, sometimes, which is one of to me one of the hardest things of being a parent is trying to respond appropriately to whatever that is, right? When you're asking them to pick it up, yes, you want them to pick something up. You want them to pick this object up, right?
Yep.
You've asked them 3 times, they're not listening. It's driving you
Oh
bonkers,
yeah,
right?
100%.
But depending upon the rest of the day or the rest of that week and how things have been going, that a lot of times will help dictate the level of yelling, the
Hmm.
level of your tone, like your
Correct.
tone of voice. I'll be the first, and I do this with my kids often. I'll lose my shit like I did the other day at the gym when my second oldest was a space cadet.
Can we sidetrack for a second? Can I tell that story to the audience here?
From your view, please.
From my point of view. Okay, so we joined a gym recently. It's a new gym for us and my family, and it's been great. And we decided that we wanted to have Mike here and his family try to give it a try. And they've been thinking about potentially signing up, here eventually. But they got a day pass, and so with that day pass, we all went swimming. And like, there's just some days it just be like this. You know what I mean? Where
just be
it
like
just be like this.
Yep.
And so the kids get in, they do their guest pass. We're getting to the locker room. It's a family locker room. My family gets dressed. Mike's three other kids all dressed and ready. Mike is dressed and ready. And then all of a sudden, Mike's second oldest is standing there, fully clothed,
Still in his winter coat.
just still in his
backpack
winter
on.
coat, staring directly at Mike. And he, like, you could tell there's something wrong.
And I just looked at him like, "What's up?"
Yeah, and he's like, I need to get dressed. And Mike's like, I know you need to get dressed.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Solve the problem.
Well, these lockers that they were putting their stuff into, he accidentally locked because they're like a number system.
Yep.
And
You can
so
like set your own code. There's a little thing procedure to do it.
he couldn't remember the code. And the look on Mike's face was like, what the fuck are we
Yep.
doing today?
I am surprised. Now, I'm not necessarily
Shit's so
proud
funny.
of my how much that was driving me nuts and
Dude,
my
I get it.
reaction towards him. I was proud that I didn't beat his ass. No, it was one of those like I just need you like you can get your suit, you can get your we brought a basketball and a bag, like just get your own stuff together. You're 9, you can do this.
So my wife and I are standing there, and I say to my wife, I'm like, let's take all the kids. So we have Mike's 3 kids and our kids. And let's just go to the pool. Mike will see us. It'll be all good to go. And then we turn around, and Mike's voice just like gets louder and louder and louder.
I was slowly dying inside.
So, anyways, sorry, sidetrack. We'll get back
But
on
no,
track now.
so I will a lot of times have a reaction like that or something where
Yep.
I am not regulating my emotions
Same.
well.
I feel you
Right.
on that.
But we're trying to teach our kids how to regulate their emotions. That's what they're learning, and that's what this kid right now. His biggest thing is you ask him a question, and he goes from 0 to 9,000%,
Yep.
and all defensive and stuff like that. And it's like, dude,
I'm just asking a question.
like I
Right.
just asked a question. It was a matter of tonight. It was a matter of, hey, you didn't take your vitamins and fiber gummies and stuff last night. Like, make sure you take them tonight. And he's like, "Well, I took them last night." It's like, no, I put 4 piles.
Right. You're already putting
one
it
for
out.
each kid. Like I put it out on the counter. As I'm putting my youngest to bed,
Yep.
I sent an announcement on our Alexa
Yep.
and said, "Boys, please take your multivitamins." My oldest took his, and then the other 2 didn't take theirs. So I'm like, okay, like it's not a big deal. It's not like it's a crucial prescription and some fiber. That's it.
Just to get you shitting.
Right, get you shitting.
Get
Because
you right.
if he doesn't get that, he's not a shitting, and then that's when he plugs my toilets. But no, so it really wasn't a big deal. I'm just like, yeah, like take them tonight. Like make sure you take them because you didn't
Yeah.
take them last night, and he just goes off the rail, right? So like we're trying to teach how to regulate emotions,
Of course.
but also I'm not that good at regulating mine, right? Like,
Yeah.
like to be honest,
You're not wrong.
when shit's hitting the fan, when I'm trying to get the 4 kids ready to go swimming, and this is part of the reason why my wife gives me shit all the time, because if I'm home with the kids or like have a day where I'm solo on the kids, I stay home. I don't go anywhere. like they can play, they can do their own thing, they have neighbors to play with,
And you know what?
stuff
That's
like that.
and that is
My
totally
my wife is like, we need to get up out this fucking house right now. We need to go do something.
yeah.
Keep them occupied. I'm like, that stresses me out too much. Right? So like I first step is admitting it.
Right. That's correct. Good for
I
you.
admit it, right?
Proud of
I
you.
know. But this instance I had even told Kins like we're just not I had told my wife, I'm just not we're just not gonna go today. Like she was doing something else in the morning and I was just like, you know what, like we don't need to go today. We'll just leave it be.
Yeah.
And then you guys text like, hey, we're going. Are you guys gonna join us? I'm like, well, that would be fun. Like
Like let's try
I'll
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like
Makes sense.
kind of spur the momentum thing. But the expectation for our kid to handle their emotions when I still struggle doing that myself is a little kind of unfair, right? They're still learning and they learn from us and what we do more than what we tell them.
Yeah. Okay.
Clearly.
Right.
Because I
100%.
tell them all sorts of shit and they don't remember it. Like, hey, get dressed before we go in the pool. Take off your winter coat before we go in
Don't
the
lock the
pool.
locker.
Don't lock the locker. Like all the right, like
Yeah.
that
All
that
this
stuff
stuff.
doesn't
Yeah.
sink in. So I will a lot of times after I get through a situation and I've been allowed to remove myself mentally from it and like kind of step back and be like, all
Yeah.
right, I didn't handle that well. I'll go talk to the kids and be like, you know what? I need to apologize to you. Like, because I didn't handle that well. That's a pitcher pot. Cheers.
Oh yeah. Sure enough.
And I'll explain to them like this is what I did wrong. This is why I'm saying this. Like, I'm sorry. But when in this situation, like you are old enough to be able to do XYZ, like have a conversation about it.
Stop being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, yeah. It's so hard, but and I think the parenting level, like the not gentle parenting, right? Not way on the spectrum of that, but not on the other side of the spectrum of just whooping ass just to whoop ass
Whoop ass.
is somewhere in the middle. And
Oh, you know what we should do is put like a segment of like Stone Cold Steve Austin and be like, what do you used to say? Fuck. Open a can of whoop ass. That's
Open
what
a
he.
can of
Yeah,
whoop
that's what
ass.
he used to say. Yeah, correct.
yep. But no, but being able to self-correct and self-reflect as a parent and I think our generation is starting to do that more where we can look back and be like, oof, I fucked up there, right? Like next time I need to. Or like in the past, I feel like it's been like, and maybe we ask people who were parented in, older generation
Sure.
to see like, do you think that this was happening? This type of like, because I feel like where like our grandparents parented our parents,
Yep.
like I don't think they're looking back and be like, I shouldn't have spanked his ass so hard. He got what was coming.
You got that
because
whooping.
he didn't do exactly what I said when
Yep.
I said it, all that stuff, right? But I feel like the emotional baggage that comes with that eventually, as you become an adult, then that carries, and then now we've like swung the pendulum has swung, right? And
Like,
now everyone's
drastically
too
swung.
concerned about how little Johnny's going to react to it, and I feel like getting somewhere in the middle where you can find the balance of like I'm gonna acknowledge your emotions as a kid. What are you feeling? Tell me, like have that open line of communication. Because I'm not saying that my parents didn't have an open line of communication with me on that
Sure.
stuff. But I think naturally I just didn't communicate any of that. Like I don't know that it was anything like I can't remember like, oh yeah, if I spoke up, that was it. Like that I just got in more trouble. So I don't remember any specific thing like that but I think just naturally I just hold it in and just wouldn't share any of that because and now no Now I see my son doing the same thing. I can tell he's like visibly upset, but he literally won't talk. I'll sit there. I've sat there for 45 minutes, just like, hey, whenever you want to talk, I'm here. And he literally will just sit there and scowl and stare at the same point on the wall the whole time.
Sure.
And it's hard to get any sort of like, hey, what are you upset about?
Yeah.
Right? So try to be conscious of that. But being able to self evaluate and like correct and be like, okay, that was bad. How I did that there. But then also being like, all right, little Johnny, you can, like, this is the expectation.
You can shut the
Shut the. You can take this can of whoop ass.
ass.
But no, like, you can still set clear boundaries and expectations
That's correct.
and have them have the natural consequences without literally a scarred ass.
So let me ask you this question then. So that's like, obviously, we're talking school versus new school here. So I want to know from your perspective, when, like, for me personally, I'll be honest, the gentle parenting thing drives me, like the just strictly gentle parenting
Yeah.
drives me nuts.
Oh yeah,
And
like
and like I know I need to practice probably more of that, just because I catch myself being all nuts. But at the same time, it's like, man, like I've already told you 15 fucking times
yeah.
to get this stuff done and you're not doing it.
Yep.
So when is it okay for me to lose the control
Yeah.
and to be able to be like, okay, now I'm yelling or having to get my point across in a loud, overbearing voice?
That well, yeah, and that I think setting up those natural consequences
Right.
for them and following through is
Well,
how
and that's the
when
thing that
when
I
you
don't
when you
do enough of.
on gentle parenting, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the way we parent, because we're pretty similar parenting styles.
Yeah.
The way we parent, which is more of a communicative
Right.
way of parenting. Like,
Yep.
we're gonna talk this through. We're gonna figure this out. I'm not just gonna beat your ass. But I feel like my grandparents would say that's gentle parenting.
Yeah. Fair
Where
enough.
we're saying gentle parenting, the farthest point on the spectrum of gentle parenting is not holding your kid accountable, letting them do whatever they want, whenever they want,
Right.
let them control you, which in sometimes you have to do that to save a moment.
Well, and
right?
and that's
But overall, you're the adult and setting the clear expectations of like, let's use an example. And I heard this in this one of the clips I saw recently. You got to go to Aunt Jemima's 85th birthday party. Kid's not going to have a whole lot to do there. It's going to be boring for them. They're not going to want to go. You sit down and say, look, this is what we're doing. They're going to complain, hey, I don't want to go. And you let them do that. Be like, all right, cool. I know you don't want to go, and I'm sorry that this isn't fun for you, but this is a family commitment. Our whole family's going. So, like, tell me, get all your frustrations, all your whining and stuff. Get that out of the way now, because we will not have it there. So, like, holding those expectations and allowing them to still communicate those feelings, I think is important. But also having the spine to say, no, you're still doing this. Like, just because you don't want to do it, you're still doing it. Right. And not letting them dictate that. Like, oh, we can't go because little Johnny
well, and that's what
doesn't want to go.
I guess for me, it's like that's what drives me like bananas. And maybe I worry too much about my own. Like maybe I worry too much about other people's problems, right? And I feel like that's like a common thing for most people. It's like
What? Explain that more.
so. Like for example, if I go to the park,
Mhm.
okay, and I take out my kids and my wife's there with me, and I see another kid disrespecting his parent, it fucking drives me bonkers. Like,
Oh
like
yeah.
I like I feel almost obligated in that scenario to walk up to that kid and
You
be
can't
like,
whoop their ass.
well, no, number one, but number two, but I feel like it's an obligation
Yeah.
for me to walk up to this kid and be like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like the heck is
Yep.
matter? What's wrong with you, dude?
And or talk to you're gonna
Right.
let him do that?
Don't let
Like,
him walk
don't
all
let
over
him
you.
do that.
Right. And it's like, and this is where I think I've gotten better at communicating the line in the sand, right? Because
Hmm.
love my mom to death, right?
Yep.
But my mom and I are pretty close in age.
Hmm.
Okay, she's not fairly on the younger side. Don't ever tell her I said that. Um, but like we're we're friends.
Hmm.
She is like I respect the mom thing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But like we are definitely because we are so close in age, we have more in common as like a friendship would have in common,
Yeah.
right? But I'm on the spectrum here. It's like I want to be a fun parent. I want to do the cool shit. But at the same time, I can't just let that line in the sand just disappear
Hmm.
because there needs to be a boundary,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Because if they're saying in a certain way, I don't want them to say that same thing to a teacher
Hmm.
or an adult who may not think that's funny
Yep.
or
Yep.
deal with that situation. So, I guess it's one of those where going back to the gentle parenting part of this, I just do it all the time.
No.
And I
No.
don't think
That's
anybody, like any normal individual, really can.
no. Well, there's certain people that do.
That's just kudos. I
No.
mean,
I
to a
don't.
point,
I don't think that's healthy though.
but
Like, so
it's not. That's the thing. It's
it's not
not
healthy
healthy.
for the child
Right.
or the adult.
100%.
And you're catching all sorts of judgment from me. And you apparently.
Yes, correct.
But no, like having your kid, like, our kids control our lives,
Yeah.
but not in the same way that someone who
Oh
is
yeah.
on the far side of the gentle parenting spectrum,
They control the
not in that
scheduling
same way.
part
Right.
of our lives,
Yes.
but not our lives like other parents would allow their
Right.
children
Like,
to
they
control.
control our lives because we want to do
Yeah.
things with and for them.
Right. We
Right.
want to make it fun.
Yes. That's how they control our lives.
Right. Exactly.
But you can group that into the same category of, like, yeah, they control our lives. But and to your comment about, like, you don't want your kids to treat other adults, teachers, coaches, that way. Two things. The fact that you have that concern means that you're doing something right.
True. Yeah,
Right.
that's a good point.
The fact that you are considering that
Right.
is tells everyone that your your head's in the right spot, right?
Right.
The other side of that is your kids give their parents the most shit.
Yeah.
They throw the biggest tantrums with their parents.
Yeah.
They are most disrespectful. They talk back to their parents. They don't do that in
No,
public.
they don't. And that's
Generally speaking.
well,
Right.
and that's the thing where I think both families of ours in this room, where it would be like, I don't think either none of our children, I don't think would ever cross that boundary without realizing like, oh, I should not have
Said the
done that.
Wisconsinite.
Right. I should not have done that. And now my mom or dad are going to find out, and now there's going to be a consequence
Yeah.
of whatever action that may be.
Well, and we found out that a consequence of writing a letter and going to apologize in person
Oh, it's and
is as effective and as painful for the child,
oh,
for
1,000%
them to admit to whoever they disrespected
that
or
I messed up.
whatever, I did something wrong.
Right.
I'm sorry that I, broke that trust. So however you want to word the apology, facing the music like that in a respectful way, I believe is the best way to make sure that that child
Yep.
then grows up to be an adult that can look back at their own parenting styles and be like, all right, well, my parents did this, and therefore I have these habits.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this differently. Because I think naturally, as you become a parent, the only experience you have is the experience you have,
Right.
So like you're gonna base your parenting style off of the corrections that you wanted your parents to make.
Yeah,
And
1000%.
I don't think, for me personally, those realizations didn't come as soon as my first kid was born,
Yeah.
or my second kid was born, or my third, or like, it's constantly like these like lines of aha moments of like, oh, I do this, like this is how I do that, this is how I cope with that, or this is how I react in this situation,
Yeah.
right? Like I stay home because I get stressed out when I'm by myself with all the kids. I just get it just my I
Crippling,
ratchet up so high in the stress level,
crippling anxiety.
right? So like those things of like knowing, okay, this is why I do it, this is what I do. That's being self-aware, and that's good,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. No,
I think being self-aware and being able to make those corrections is what you should be doing as a father, as a parent, and as a human.
Yeah.
Like this can also apply to your relationships, your professional relationships, how you are as a person, right? Like I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to also like I'm going to be able to have a conversation with someone and or apologize when I have done something wrong.
yeah. Like I'll catch, like in the heat of the moment, I'll try to catch myself and be like, you know what, that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said this or that or
Hmm.
done this or that. You know, I'm sorry. Don't do that
Yeah.
in the future, type
Yep.
of thing. So I mean, so yeah. So I guess the biggest thing is from old school to new school. Have we made strides as parents? Yes. Have we made strides too far to the other side of the spectrum?
That's my belief,
Also, yes.
is that we've gone too far of like, oh, I need to protect little Johnny's emotions. I need to do this. I need to do that.
That's not real life.
Right? Like we need to prepare them to handle their
Yeah,
emotions,
and we will be
not
there as
not just
parents to protect
not
them.
just guard them from everything.
Correct. We will be there to protect them.
Hmm.
But there's learning experiences that I cannot offer that they will have to learn just in passing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be upsetting some days.
Yeah. It's
Something's going to happen and they're not going to know how to handle it, and the first person they're going to come to is us.
yep.
You know, and we're going to have to say, "Hey, thought I heard a pisser pot, but I did not."
No, it's just you hoping. Um, I was gonna say something deeply profound, and then you distracted
And
me.
I said pisser pot.
But no, I think, um, like you said, we this spectrum of like overall, we've gone on the spectrum across this parenting style thing as a society where we used to do it one way, and then somewhere between our parents' generation and our generation, we realized, holy shit, that's really fucking a lot of people up mentally.
Yeah.
Let's do it this way. But then it's like, just like I feel like a lot of things, whether it's politics or whatever, like there's a lot of different things where all of a sudden that pendulum swings and it's like, oh, now we have to be more extreme this way. It's like middle ground. Let's consider, but also hold them to standards of being kind and respectful and hardworking and all that stuff.
Well, and I think, especially in America, I think that Americans are a very fad country, right? Like
Fat or fat?
fad,
Okay.
where
Also fat.
right, you
This
know,
guy. Right
both, where it's like they want to try the new trend and they want to
here.
be the trendy parent, and I think that's a detriment to society in general. Where
Yeah.
it's like gentle parenting, it's the new thing.
Hmm.
Join us at 7 p.m. for the gentle parenting power hour. Brought to you by 97.3 Smooth Jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Milwaukee. Anyways, but I mean, it's one of those where I think society takes it like a whole nother step to the other end of that spectrum, like we
Yes.
talked about.
Hmm.
And I think that's a huge detriment to society just in general for anything,
Hmm.
and I think so. Hopefully, like in a couple of years, decade, whatever, we get back to okay, let's find a solution that's a middle ground because that's what this world is built on is middle ground.
Well, and I guess one of the things you can hope for is like, okay, our kids or our grandkids. That's weird to think about. That someday we're going to be grandparents.
Not far off, buddy.
No, that's no. We're not going there. Um, but like to think about like, okay, are they gonna look back and be like, what were these yahoos doing with this gentle parenting bullshit? And like go back to just about beating their kids
Right,
about
like
shit
fucking
like
talk
this,
about
yeah,
your feelings.
yeah, yeah. Get over it.
Right.
Like it just makes you wonder a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
are we gonna revert back or have the pendulum swing back? And I think we will, but I think it'll come more to the middle,
Yeah, I agree.
which I think is where it should be.
Yeah, there needs to be what gets me about the whole gentle parenting movement, right? Where it's we want to make sure that we get everyone's emotions in order and
Yeah.
protect everybody involved and whatever, right?
Hmm.
But the problem is like when those kids are older, and you know this, that's not a thing. Like your boss isn't gentle parenting you.
No.
Your boss
Nope.
doesn't give a shit what your emotions are potentially, right? I mean, there's certain people that are not assholes,
Hmm.
but like they're not doing this every day. They're not catering and coddling to
No.
your
No.
needs, right?
No.
And so I think that's when you talk about middle ground, I think that's a great place to be because I think that that's going to teach kids how to navigate through life and figure out problems that they're going to run across.
Yeah. Yep. I
So,
agree.
I don't know, but
Yeah. I. This is a topic that we could. Every parent we have on, we could
oh
ask them
yeah.
about their
Oh,
views on
absolutely.
this, and every answer is going to be a little different because everyone's experience is a little different,
Right.
and that's fine. Like I had someone come up to me today and said, "Hey, I listened to your podcast a little bit. Like, you guys sound great." And I was like, "Well, thank you."
Thank you very much.
But he said, and I want. This is what I want. He said, "I don't agree with all of your viewpoints on everything,
Well, of course not. But we are always
but
open for
this is
debate.
but like it's a great podcast. Yeah, I enjoy listening to it." And I said, "Great. I don't need you to. I'm not trying to convert you to follow only my viewpoints. I'm not looking to conquer
You
your
mean two dad, one mic isms?
isms, the isms. Like and that's the biggest part of it. And we've talked about this before. Like the ability to have a conversation with someone you disagree with, I think is mostly lost in
Yeah.
this country
Well, and it
or
goes
society. I
it
should
goes
say.
down the rabbit hole of like politics, right? Where we can go into that whole topic of conversation. But reality is I think there's a lot of reasons why kids are the way they are,
Mm-hmm.
especially in today's society,
Mm-hmm.
because you're so polar opposites,
Yeah.
and there's no middle ground, right? There's no reaching across that aisle and being like, "Hey, you know what? I know you don't agree with my viewpoint, but this is why I'm telling you the way I feel and the way I think,
Yeah.
because I think it's important for you to hear a different perspective."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
But also, we should all be held to the same standard of just don't be an asshole,
well, right. Don't
right? Like,
be a dick.
don't be a dick.
Correct. Well,
Um,
oh, good.
DBAD. DBAD.
EAD.
Yeah. EABD.
Correct. Correct. We'll
Um,
leave it to the audience for
yep.
that one.
So, but no, like it just struck me that like, yeah, I'm fine with you not agreeing with everything we say.
Yeah.
And I encourage those people to email us to comment on
Leave some comments,
videos like
please.
this. Like,
You listen
We
to it. You might as well comment.
we want these are the conversations we want to have with other people, different viewpoints, different like because like I said, everybody's experience is different. So like someone might have had an experience where they got their ass beat and they're like half the time they're probably going to be just fine. Like it's not like they're so messed up they can't function in society, right?
Correct.
But their approach might be different than mine or yours or Jim Bob's next door or whatever. Like,
That's what we call our neighbors.
yeah,
We don't know. We actually
just
don't know
make
their
up
names.
We just make up names because we gave up on remembering names. So,
But what I will tell you though is one of the things we should probably try as parents is smacking. That's what we should try.
smacking
And I
that.
hear that we have a smacking great deal of 10% off. Is this correct, Michael?
Holy shit, do we ever?
Oh my God! Please
I
explain.
was on the website today, kind of like shopping for my next order.
Sure.
Right. They have 4 new flavors out right now, like special edition flavors.
This is the first time I'm hearing about the
Get
4 new
ready for
flavors.
this shit. They have their standard, they have I forgot to count them again. It's at least like 15 to 20 flavors.
T.O., we have to do a pisser pot.
Oh, piss pot. Cheers. So
15 to 20 flavors.
that's coming up.
Oh,
Oh, set that to okay.
15 to
Here's
20 flavors,
So
and you have 4
you
additions.
have your barbecue,
your basic
your
bees.
dill pickle,
Which, by the way, they're not just basic bees. They're
yeah,
delicious
this
as
is
shit.
this is we're at the point at work where we're out of our seeds. So someone brought in a bag of bigs, and he's like, I can't eat these all day because the salt just like the little cuts you get in your mouth
screws your mouth up,
It
yeah.
just it hurts too much. You can't do it. You can eat smacking literally all day. Trust me, I've done it.
Well, and the biggest thing is just with my experience with smacking, is that, with the flavor at the bottom of the bag, that's how you know those are like
It's real flavor.
the real deal. Correct.
It's like seasoning you would put on
Yep.
the barbecue flavor that's at the bottom of that bag is like the seasoning you would put on
It's like damn near
your ribs.
dry rub on ribs.
Right,
Right.
right. That's what it is, and that you can see the difference right. Like the second you pour a bunch in your hand and pop them in your mouth, you can see it. All the normal flavors, right? I'm not going to list them because everyone kind of knows what standard flavors are.
Yep.
Although their standard flavors include cheeseburger and cheddar jalapeno, which is a banger, cinnamon churro,
Banger.
which is like
That's one of my favorites. The
it's
churros.
it's the best.
If you need a dessert, that's the way to do it.
I literally could make a 3-course meal.
And
with
honest to
sunflower
God,
seeds.
like if you're really looking for like a sweet treat or even just like a salty taste, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those where rather than if you just ate a dinner or if you had lunch
Mm-hmm.
and you're not trying to eat more, this is a great way to kind of take that
Yeah, get
and
that
get your taste buds.
get your fix of
Right,
sweetness.
exactly.
Right? And the churro does that for sure. The 4 new flavors
Oh, boy.
or special edition flavors.
Drum roll, please.
Number 1, birthday cake.
Birthday cake.
I'm gonna be trying one of those. I got one of those in my cart.
Schniblets. Get your schniblets under control
All
over
right.
there.
Nashville hot chicken.
Ooh,
Maybe not the chicken. Nashville hot.
Nashville hot. That's
Yep.
fine.
Nashville hot. Then
Chicken would just be a plus, but that still
chicken.
sounds good.
It would. So I'm worried on that one that it's just gonna be too.
Kind of like
Hot?
Cheetos, like Flamin' Hots.
Yeah, like where like I don't get the flavor I want. Like the jalapeno cheddar, I get
Yeah.
the flavor on. But I don't get. I'm worried that's I'm don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna get a bag
Yeah, you're still gonna
to
put it in your
try
mouth, right?
Yes,
Exactly.
for sure. But I'm not. I'm not. I'm worried that one's gonna be just
Sure.
too hot.
Boiling lava hot.
Boiling lava hot.
So then there were 2 more flavors. Is this
There's
correct?
2 more flavors. I'm trying to pull up because I'm blanking on the third one. Oh. The one that I'm most excited about,
Dun 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 dun.
Mexican street corn.
Oh, I would
Put
I would
that-
swear, but
In your mouth.
yo mouth.
And like it. So yeah, we have this 10% off. You can
Whoa. What's the fourth
I'm
flavor?
getting to it.
I'm getting excited over here.
I'm trying to buy time while I'm
Oh,
loading everything, right?
you're filling
So
the void.
thanks for fucking calling me out now.
You're welcome. Now we're gonna sit here in
Oh,
silence.
the cheeseburger is their fourth one that is
Oh,
a special edition still.
oh, okay.
I thought they moved that into their normal
The
rotation.
normal.
It's
Okay,
been around for a hot minute, so I just assumed.
gotcha. Okay.
Sorry about it.
No.
So Mexican street corn, Nashville hot birthday cake, and cheeseburger are there like special edition
So now
flavors right
we're
now?
gonna put this in the comment section, and we're gonna put this in the video.
Yes,
Correct?
it will be in the show notes. It will be. I'll try to comment on and put it in the comments on all our spaces. Um, but yeah, it's www.smackinsunflowerseeds /2dads1mic
www.
dot
Dot.
smackinsunflowerseeds.com /the number 2 DADS the number 1 C.
Woo.
Put that in your mouth.
Put that in your mouth. 10% off. Smacking sunflower seeds.
Get you some.
You're never gonna regret it. Now, it's time for what, Michael? Wisconsin or what?
No.
So, Wisconsin or no is a segment that we have introduced at start of the year, right?
Yeah, season
Yeah,
2.
season 2. And so, essentially, Mike or I, and tonight I have a special edition for this, is that we will list facts about Wisconsin. We will do multiple choice questions like I did that one time, and we have to guess like, is this from Wisconsin or no? So
By the way, your last Wisconsin or no, I fucking nailed.
you did. You actually
Every
were.
single one.
Yes.
I was on fucking fire.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right. So I'm going to pull this up, and
I'm looking to keep my streak going.
we are going to do this together, and I think it's going to be fun. So we have, I believe, let's see here. We have 15 questions
Oh shit.
for Wisconsin or no, and it's a true or false. Ready for this?
Yep.
Question number 1. The capital of Wisconsin is Madison.
True.
I'm going to say false. I'm just kidding. So, we have 3 minutes. Oh, shit.
Oh shit, we got to go.
Madison is the most populous city in Wisconsin. True or
False.
false? I agree. Wisconsin is the leading producer of ginseng in the U.S.
Ginseng. True.
I was going to say, I want to say true.
Yeah.
About 1/3 of all Americans live within 500 miles of Wisconsin. I'm going to say that's false.
That's false. A third?
1/3 of Americans. That's a tough ass question though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say-
I'd have to. Yeah.
I'm gonna say false.
I'm gonna say false because I don't. Is it 500 miles to California?
No, it's more than that.
It's like 1800.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
The first city, or excuse me, the first ice cream sundae. Wow, I was reading two things at once.
Two Rivers.
The first ice cream sundae was created in this state in the 1880s.
Yes.
Yes, I believe
We
that's-
just learned
we
that.
just learned that. Milwaukee County has the largest shoreline of any county in the U.S.
County, no. False.
Okay.
Door County would probably beat it because they
Ooh.
got both sides.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's a peninsula.
Peninsular. Green Bay is known as the toilet paper capital of the world.
Yes.
Yes.
We also learned that.
Yes, we
because
did.
I am so fucking smart.
Almost all Wisconsin's natural lakes have resulted from glaciers. I believe that is
Yeah,
true.
I'll say true on
Yes.
that.
There are more than 2 million deer in the state. I don't
More
believe,
than 2 million?
I don't believe that's the case.
Ooh, we can disagree.
Oh,
Or do we
what-
have to pick the same one?
We have to pick the same one. So what do you?
Okay, that's fine. You
do you want to
you
do
say
true?
false. That's fine.
Do you think it's true though?
Yeah, but I'm not that convicted in it. So
I'm gonna do true. I trust your judgment over there. Wisconsin was the 21st state admitted to the union. I believe that is correct.
I'll follow you on that.
Yeah,
one.
that I believe is true. Wisconsin is known as America's Dairyland. Yes.
Yes. Fuck you, California.
The state animal of Wisconsin is the cow. That is false.
That's false.
That is the honey badger.
Yep.
The first kindergarten was started in the state. I'll let you answer that one.
False.
The state flag was adopted in 1863 and has not been changed since. I do believe it's been 1863.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
follow you
I'm
on
gonna
that
say
one.
true on that one. Wisconsin is home to the water park capital of the world. That is
Hell to the yeah.
yes. Okay, here we go. Ready?
We should do a spot from there.
How many questions did we get right out of 15?
6.
We got 10.
Ooh,
67%. Okay,
it's not too bad.
here we go. The capital of Wisconsin is Madison.
Yes, we
That
got
is
that one.
that is true. Madison is the most populous city in Wisconsin. We clicked false. That is correct.
Really?
Yes.
I suppose you got UW there.
Yep. Wisconsin is the leading producer of ginseng in the U.S. We chose true, and it was true.
It was one of those facts that I was like,
It's
that
it sounded
sounds familiar, but
it sounded very
I couldn't
Wisconsin.
remember if it was like because we're also one of the largest lavender producers.
Yes.
Lavender, and I couldn't remember if it was like ginger or something, or if it was ginseng.
Oh,
Like that was my.
I can see the mix up. About 1/3 of all Americans live 500 miles
We said false.
within 500 miles of Wisconsin. We said false. It was true.
Really?
Yes. Wild, right? Because you
how-
think the Twin Cities, you have Iowa, you have
Chicago.
Chicago, you have Michigan, technically. So, and Indiana
Oh.
probably.
Yeah, I'd have to look on a map to see how
Yeah,
far
I mean, there's a
500
bunch of
mile
states.
radius would
Which would be a third. That would probably be roughly, yeah, probably a third, damn near, with all the other states
would you
around
get
it.
to New York in 5? Like as a bird flies from the farthest east tip of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, because it's not like from the pinpoint of the center.
No,
of the
you
state,
just go
right?
across directly.
500 miles from any point at
Right.
the edge of Wisconsin.
Could be.
Not like driving. Like
Right.
driving
Right.
it's more.
Just cutting across. Right.
But like as the crow flies.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's interesting. Buffalo probably for sure.
Yeah. The first ice cream sundae was created in the state in the 1880s. We said
Fatty
true,
knows his facts.
and the fatties were right.
Yeah, boy.
Milwaukee County has the largest shoreline of any county in the U.S. We said false, and that is correct. It is Door County.
Yeah.
Yep.
Physics, bitch. I don't know if that's actually physics. That's geometry. Is what that is.
Green Bay is known as the toilet paper capital of the world. True or false?
Show is.
And we said true,
Yep.
and it was right. Almost all Wisconsin's natural lakes have resulted from glaciers. We said true. That is true.
Dang, we are this. When you read it like this, it makes us sound way better than 67%.
There are more than
That was a
two.
face.
There are more than 2 million deer in the state. We said true. It was false.
Really?
There are approximately 800,000 deer in Wisconsin.
Cool. Now you know.
Oh, I thought it was the 21st state. It's not. Wisconsin was the 21st state admitted to the union. We said true. Also, actually, it's the 30th.
Okay.
So, all right.
Look at us getting smarter and shit.
Hey, Wisconsin is known as America's Dairyland. That is true because we live here, and that's the best.
Yep. And my guts will tell you that we consume the most dairy.
The state animal of Wisconsin is the cow. We said false. It has always been false. It is a honey badger or badger. That's for
Yeah,
for
I don't know that
for
it's a honey badger.
for the common folk. The first kindergarten. Oh, what the fuck? The first kindergarten was started in this state. We said false. It's actually true.
Okay. All right.
It was opened in 1856 by Margaret Schurz.
Sure.
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 The state flag was adopted in 1863 and has not been changed since. We said true. It's actually false. It was redesigned in 1913 and again in 1979.
Oh, okay.
So when you're playing drunk trivia,
Yep.
you'll know that
No,
this is
well,
what it is.
Now you know.
And last question: Wisconsin is
Well,
home.
that's important because there's lots of people who do trivia at the bars
right.
in Wisconsin here.
Wisconsin is home to the water park capital of the world. We said true. It's always been
Hell
true.
yeah.
The Wisconsin Dells is the water park capital of the world.
It really is.
And that completes Wisconsin.
I like that version of it.
Or no.
No.
Other than that, Michael, do you have anything else you would like to cover with our lovely, lovely 3 audience members?
No. I do this. Why do I do this? I've noticed this about myself.
Yeah.
I say no and then
You're like,
go into something.
You know what? Let's
Like
talk
I actively say no
about the
and then
Egyptian tombs.
immediately start talking about something. No, I'm excited about. I feel like I'm saying this every episode, but I'm excited at what we have coming down the line.
Yeah.
The planning that we're doing, trying to schedule people to come on, guests to come on. We're
You want to
Like,
talk about
it's-
King Tut right now, don't you?
yeah, I do.
I could just see it in your face.
Egyptian mummies and shit. That's it.
We got another hour and a half, so please stay tight.
If you haven't noticed, I can talk about anything forever.
Anything. We both can, really. It's
Yep.
it's a terrible habit to
like
have.
what we're doing right now. We need to sign off of this shit.
Anyways, thanks you for joining us on the 2 Dads, 1 Mike podcast. My name is Taylor. This is Mike. Peace.